This story begins with the Bay Group hip-hop performance. Alan, Ann, and Hajuan performed and rocked it. Everyone enjoyed their performance. Their song was full of energy and fire. They finished the concert with a great charm. After the show, Ann and Hajuan were sitting, but Alan was tired, and Ann told him to rest, otherwise he'd get darker illusions. They were talking and Hajuan showed them an invitation, which he wasn't expecting. When Alan checked it, it was from Paradox Club. They were shocked to see it because that club had disappeared for some years. They thought that this might be a prank, but Alan told them that it was an excellent means for the hip-hop stars to shine. Nata Metal, with the discovery that the metal hip-hop scene had entered a new stage because this metal reacts with the user's DNA and creates an illusion and great effect which is loved worldwide. In the morning, alarm rang, but Alan didn't wake up and entered his room to wake him up and told him not to do a lot of work for live shows. She also told him that the invitation was real because the Paradox Club had resurrected. In the news it was showing that the Paradox Club had returned. They were shocked because it had disappeared for the last 10 years, and now it had returned like same within a night. And asked Hajuan, but he told her that he even didn't know anything about it, and his family wasn't involved in it either. But somehow the invitation was real. Alan got an email when he checked it. An AI named Paradox Devil showed up and informed them that Paradox Club had started a live stage. 4 teams will participate and one of them will be chosen as the winner. But if all the teams get the same grades, then another show will be held, and a decision will be made. The winner will get the prize of 10 billion yens. The second hip-hop team also got the same notifications, and Suiseki decided to give their 100% to win that stage. The third team also got the same mail, and Simon and Yohei were talking about the money they'll win and would be able to save their place. They were very confident. Nayuta and Kanata were also watching the same video, and Kanata told Nayuta that with 10 billion they could get out of this shitty place and can treat Nayuta. They either didn't want to lose from anyone. The second reward for the winners was to talk with Buraken. Alan was shocked to know that. Hajuan told him that Burakens had also missing for the last 10 years, but Alan was very excited to confront Burakens. They were talking about the practice for the concert, but Ann and Hajuan were relaxed, but they decided to give it a full 100 because this was the time to approve Bay's team in front of the world. Now Alan had started practicing and was sleep deprived, and Ann and Hajuan were concerned, but he was totally frustrated that he was writing lyrics on Hajuan's clothes. Now they went to school and all the girls were obsessed with Hajuan because Ann calmed Alan that Hajuan was a son of a rich family, and he got all the luxuries of life with a good-looking face. Simon, their teacher, told them that he also got the invitation and was confident to win that stage. Alan was still excited to compete with him and to meet with Burakens. But Hajuan asked Simon why he was participating. Simon told him that he was after the price, but Hajuan went harsh and said this was more important for Bay's team than money. But Simon said it was an adult issue. Hajuan couldn't understand that. Now Ann was staring at a picture and Hajuan came. On asking, he told her that Alan was writing the song, and suddenly Alan came and started showing them the new song he wrote. This wasn't new to them. Now in the opening ceremony, Simon was calling his memories with Yohei. Suddenly by chance Ando bumped into Nayuta and was stressed. Kanata summoned Nayuta and he left. The Bay Group was sleeping because they had worked so hard on the lyrics, while Paradox Devil had started introducing the teams. He started with the Cat's Whiskers, Simon's team. The second team was Akenyutsura of Suiseki, then the third team of Cosmes, twin brothers, Nayuta and Kanata. Now Paradox Devil summoned Bay team members, but there was no one. Everyone was silent and surprised. The Devil announced that if the Bay team did not attend the opening ceremony, they'd be disqualified. Paradox Devil started a watch with a limit of a minute, and if Bay's team did not arrive on time, they would be disqualified. Time was about to be over, but suddenly they arrived on a helicopter. They were having a little trouble reaching down, but they had reached the ceremony and finally jumped on the ground with a rocking entry. They started singing the rap that they had prepared. It had amazing lyrics that rocked, and everyone went crazy. Now in the washroom, Alan having some flashbacks. The visionary metal that reacts with the artist's blood not only makes a good illusion but also manipulates the memories, and the user gets flashbacks of his or her bad memories. That's why Alan was facing such dark images, because the metal can take the sense of pain and feelings from the user easily for a time period. All the users were having the same issues whenever they used the metal. Now Suiseki gave Kanata his pay and told him to get ready for the competition with the Bay team. They tried to manipulate his thoughts by telling him that the song the Bay team sang last time was rocking. Suiseki also told Kanata that Hajuan was the son of a very rich family. He left from there without saying anything. Suiseki was worried about Kanata. Now Kanata was walking, and he thought that whatever the opponent would be, they would win the prize at any cost. He heard girls whispering about the Bay team concert, which will be live tonight. He was searching for the Bay team on the internet, and while coming back, he got into a little fight. At home, Nayuta did his band-aid, and Kanata asked him to eat food. he also allowed him to choose first. At night, Kanata told Nayuta that after being abandoned by their parents, they were living in this trash and Nayuta was also ill. To change their life is the only chance and they'll win it. Nayuta was a little worried, but Kanata made him relax. Nayuta was sleeping but Kanata stood up and left, but Nayuta wasn't sleeping. After the concert, and asked Alan to go back home with them, but Alan was busy with his work, and he refused. They left him, and suddenly Alan got shocks and went out. He slipped into Kanata. He asked his help to drop him at his house, but Kanata was angry with them, so he took his phantom medal and left him by saying that it was for competent people, not for the rich ones. The next day and was mad at Alan because without the medal they would not be able to win. Alan tried to remember but he had not seen the face. He thought to make a complaint to the police, but Hajuan somehow got the footage with his reference. When they checked it, they saw Kanata. Nayuta was telling Kanata that the medal was useless because it only worked with the owner's DNA. He also called Kanata a loser. He told him that he was just afraid of being last in the game, but he told Kanata that he had always believed in Kanata. So, he didn't have to do such cheap tricks. He left without any pure commitment. Alan and were looking for Kanata and Alan thought that how coldly Hajuan had refused to come with them. They were looking for Kanata and he was on a skating board. They were about to bump but Kanata managed somehow. Now they went to a side and started talking. Alan asked for his necklace, but Kanata refused to return. Because he told Alan that hip-hop was for the ones who had nothing, Alan got angry and told him that they had also suffered a lot and they wanted to show everyone their hard work and struggle. Alan told him that hip-hop was the only hope for them. No doubt they had not faced the struggle like Kanata, but the struggle that he had faced wasn't neglectable. Kanata realized a little bit, and suddenly Nayuta came and started telling Kanata that they don't have to do such loser things because Nayuta had always believed in Kanata. He tried to make him understand that they could win the prize by doing hard work, but Kanata realized his mistake and returned the medal, and was looking for Alan. Had made a new friend. Hajuan came and asked what was happening and was silent. Now Kanata and Nayuta were walking and Nayuta told Kanata that they'd win this competition. They sang their song with complete heart and motivation and the listeners went crazy. They rocked the stage. What will happen next in the story? Subscribe to the channel for the latest updates.